welcome back. This is Scuba with more Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen. I'm joined as always by Dumpus, and I have been doing quite a bit of work off screen, so let's actually look at the Pokemon in the PC first, and then we'll take a look at the team that I actually have with me. I do have 5 with me, so we'll withdraw the 6th as we look over everything that I have. Alright, so this is the roster of all the Pokemon that are available for me, outside of, you know, the ones that are already in my party. I've been doing a lot of level grinding for a lot of these Pokemon. Obviously not Mandrake, Tequila, or Luke, or Dan the Man, unfortunately, or any of my flyers. But I have been doing level grinding on Cartman, who is now level 35. Mr. Gensi was already level 39, so no need to grind him at all. Kind of leaving a few Pokemon behind, unfortunately, including Pierre, but we've left Pierre behind for a while. Kenny, I'm still working on. Kenny can be good later on, but for the time being, Kenny's not so good. Poor Princess Kenny. Rumpus is still hanging out with us. Might not stick with us through the end, but for the time being, we will see. We will see. Fuzimi is also leveling up with us, not in my team for the time being, and Bebo. Kind of surprised to me, Bebo is actually kind of effective. I'm kind of liking Bebo sometimes. So, Bebo is on par with pretty much everybody else, but not Mr. Gensi. As you might have seen, though, I have quite the team assembled right now. I have Lord Yon at level 35, Fistimich at level 35. I got Sanja up to 40. I'm honestly having a little trouble finding a place for Sanja on my team, but we will continue trying. I don't want to let Sanja just waste away in the box, but finding a spot for Sanja is proving more and more difficult. Deep 6, I leveled up. Not sure I'm going to be keeping Deep 6. If all else fails, I might just teach a non-water Pokemon Surf and kind of go from there. Cube and Mr. Gensi are along for the ride. They are not higher level than they were the last time you saw them. I didn't need to do that. But we are ready to move on yet again. We are actually in Vermilion City. So what we need to do from here is actually head north. It is time that we visited the part of the world that we kind of glossed over for quite some time, and that was Saffron City. Saffron City, if you remember, we visited very briefly in order to get Psychic from the guy in here. If you didn't get it yet, I highly suggest that you get Psychic and you teach it to a Psychic Pokemon. It works out very well in this game. Alright, it's time to explore town a bit, though. With Sylph under control, we can exploit Pokemon around the world. We'll get stinking rich. Yeah! Sure. Let's head into the Pokemon Center and see what people around town that aren't Team Rocket are trying to say. Wouldn't this be great? The Elite Four came and stomped Team Rocket. The Elite Four don't move. They always have to be locked in place in case a challenger should show up. So the Elite Four, even though they are some of the most powerful trainers in the world, don't use it for good. They use it for competition only, apparently. Silphco is widely known to all. It's a victim of its own fame. It attracted Team Rocket. So Team Rocket is here for Silphco. They took it over. Remember, they made the scope and pretty much everything that we've been using except for the Pokédex. Pokemon growth rates differ from species to species. Oh, thank you for Town 2 trainer tips. We're in like Town 7 now. What the hell are you doing? If we head over here, though, yeah, we'll come back to there. Let's head up the right side first. Here, we can find another Team Rocket guy. Ow, watch where you're walking. Here, though, we can find the Pokemon Trainer Fan Club. Many trainers have scribbled their names on this sign. I bet Choo Choo did. He's a big fan of graffiti. I think trainers are so cool when they're battling. Don't you think so, too? What do you have to say about this? Brock's the last word on cool. End of story. Yeah, he's the best trainer in the world. Now there's a guy who I want to be like. Well, then just catch a Geodude and an Onix and you're well on your way. But don't level grind them. In fact, catch low level ones. What was it, 12 and 14? All All of us gathered here are fans of Pokemon trainers. The way they look in battle, they are the picture of coolness. Perhaps you will be talked about here too, if you keep winning. I should be talked about now. I beat Brock, and that kid's still a fan of Brock. Why aren't you my fan? It's because I don't have a rock on my team? Racist. I wonder if I can become a cool trainer one day. About half of the people in this game are trainers, so I'm going to go ahead and say you have a very likely chance of becoming a trainer. Over here we can find the Pokémart to this town. It's not a very good one, considering how long it takes you to get here. Max Repel keeps weaker Pokemon from appearing. Max Repel stays effective longer than Super Repel. I'm sure it does. Max, better than Super for some reason. Revive is costly, but revives fainted Pokemon. None of what you said made sense to me at all. Once again, Town 2 trainer tips. What the hell? Hi there, may I help you? They have Great Balls, they have Hyper Potions, they have Revives. They do have full heals. Have we seen full heals before? Heals all the status problems of one Pokemon. I do not believe that applies to Confusion or Leech Seed. The ones that aren't like official statuses, but it will heal damn near everything else. As a result, I am going to buy some. They are like kind of emergency. If I run out of antidotes or something, then I can waste one of these on there. I'm going to buy 5. These are, kind of the oh shit things. And we'll see what we can do with those. They also have escape ropes, which obviously I'm not going to be using. It's part of the challenge. And then Max Repels, also part of the challenge to not let me use that. For 250 steps, it'll work. So, quite good. Quite good. Nope, we are good here. I don't need money, so I'm not going to bother selling anything. I do have, like, nuggets and stuff like that to sell. I would recommend, though, if you're struggling, do not sell your nuggets unless you plan on spending that money. Nuggets are a great way to hold on to value, and if you should die, you won't lose, half the price of the nugget. You'll still have the nugget, so invest in them, I guess. Here, though, we can find 2 gyms. Kind of weird. Fighting Dojo on the left. Saffron City Pokemon Gym Leader Sabrina on the right, the master of psychic Pokemon. And that's going to be the doom of me. This is a city that I think the game designers want you to tackle in 2 parts. They kind of want you to do some of the things in town, then leave, do a whole bunch of things, and then come back and finish it off. But I always like doing it in one go if I can. Saffron City, shining golden land of commerce. Boss said he'll take this town in the name of Team Rocket. He kind of already has. What do you want? Get lost. Well, that guy's nice. He's also blocking the path into this building. This guy too, blocking the way in. Saffron belongs to Team Rocket. Okay. Oh, trainer tips. The new Great Ball offers improved catching rates. Is it even possible to get here without getting a Great Ball? I don't think so. Try it on those hard-to-catch Pokemon. Like, you would have to go to Celadon, right? You would have to get to Celadon, and I'm pretty sure they sell Great Balls there. My life as a criminal makes me feel so alive. Why would you say you're a criminal out on the streets? Ah, he's taking a snooze. We will deal with him in a bit. Obviously, we're going to have to go in here. This is Silphco. Silphco office building. If you have not defeated Giovanni, this guy will be blocking your path in as well. So you're going to need to go defeat Giovanni if you want to continue the plot. Very little of this game is actually optional. It feels like it could be, but then it's not. You actually need to progress. For the time being, we're going to head into the dojo. Fighting Dojo. That's all it says. Notice that they don't have like the full statue here. And it doesn't say gym inside, it's just a fighting dojo. Alright, we'll head over here, take on this guy. Wah! You're trespassing in our fighting dojo! As you might expect, we're going to be taking on some fighters today. Black Belt Hitoshi would like to fight. He's got him a chop. I have Lord Yon. I am a little over-leveled for this. Like I said, they kind of want you to come here earlier, take on this part of the town first, and then leave and come back. But for the time being, I am fine just using Fly. and seeing what we can do with that. He goes for a vital throw, but it misses. And Lordyon kills him. Just kills him. What are you going to say? Kills him. Because Machop is not that good. It's high enough level that it should be a Machoke, I believe. So, what are you doing? Alright, Mankey is about to come out. I should still be able to handle a Mankey. It should be low enough level that I should outspeed it, I believe. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And that is the key to victory here. It goes for Seismic Toss. Would have done 31 damage. But I go for Fly. And I win. And I win. It's just that easy sometimes. Down goes Mankey. Lordyon gets a little bit more experience. He's going to switch to a Primeape. And I'm not sure that Lordyon can actually take on Evolve types. So I'm going to switch to Mr. Jensy. Because I know Mr. Jensy can. Mr. Jensy is here really just to cover everybody else. Incoming Primeape. Outgoing Primeape. It's dead. Down it goes. Yeah, I'm not sure that Lordyon could outspeed Primeape. That was kind of my concern. And down goes Satoshi. Oof, I give up. And we get 744 Pokébucks for kicking his ass. What do you have to say for yourself? The Prime Fighters across the land train here. Like all 4 of you? Let's head over to the left. Wow, 1 step was enough and he is ready to fight. I hear you're good. Show me your moves. And it is yet another fight against a black belt. This one is Hideki. Now I can't remember the name of the first guy. It was similar to Hideki, but not quite the same. Alright, another Machop, a little bit higher level. Lordyon still should be able to handle it. Should still be able to handle it in 1 hit here. Especially since I am faster. And it misses with its Seismic Toss. Would have done 32 damage. Down goes the Machop though, because it was super effective. Lordyon gets a good amount of experience. Unfortunately, it looks like Mr. Jensy's going to be getting the bulk of the experience, though, taking on the Machoke. Because, once again, not sure Lordyon is good enough as is to handle that. But I know Mr. Jensy is. Mr. Jensy is so good. Especially as we approach kind of the latter half of the game. There's going to be less and less, I believe, poison types and fighting types to take on. So I might as well get some experience from Mr. Jensy now, but of course I still don't want to overdo it. And of course Mr. Jensy is not too difficult to level grind, so I might as well get some, but not too much. 1,000 experience even, not enough for a level up for Mr. Jensy. That doesn't say much about you, Hideki. Judge, 1 point! I should at least get 2. I killed 2 of your Pokemon. That's at least worth 1 point each, isn't it? Our master is a pro fighter. Be prepared to lose. Okay. This time we're going to switch things up a bit. We're going to take on the guy on the left first. Take your shoes off. They are very particular about that. It's okay if I drip sweat onto the floor, but God forbid I should put my shoes on the floor. Black Belt Mike would like to battle. Just Mike. Must be an American that thinks karate is the best ever. Lordyon, you got a Mankey to take out. Fly should do wonders here. Goes for Seismic Toss, but it misses. Down goes the Mankey. It's just inevitable. Because I really only like using moves that one-shot, you know? That's kind of my strategy. It's kind of been the strategy since I first started playing the game, and I like using it a lot. You know, why bother getting the stat buffs and all that kind of stuff if I can one-shot them anyway? So I go for the one-shotting. Down they go. Just seems so much easier that way. Alright, 490 more. Good enough. Ooh, switching to a Primeape. And I do believe it is the same level, so I'm gonna, still gonna switch to Mr. Jensy. Not comfortable with Lordyon doing all of that. I like my Lordyon. I do have backups for him, don't get me wrong. I do have a Spearow and a Pidgey, but I would much rather keep Lordyon. Lordyon's the best of the 3. I don't have another flyer, though. Just the normal flying types. Which is kind of weird now that I think about it. But that's what happens when you don't let anything evolve. 988. Oh, so close. But down goes Mike. I give up. Damn right you give up. Give me your money. It's the same amount of money no matter what. You wait till you see our master. I'm a small fry compared to him. That is true, actually. Take a couple steps over to the right, and this guy sees me. If you walk down the middle, you'll have to take them on one after another. So I highly recommend going up one side and then walking across, or just walking all the way up one side first. Hiya! I have no fear for anything tough. I shatter boulders for training every day. How does that help your Pokemon? The black belt, Aaron would like to battle. He's got Primate. Level 36, so I'm not messing around here at all. Mr. Jency is out front, using Psychic. And that kills Primate. I think we all know that. Mr. Jency can take out a level 43 Weezing. You know, Primate is nothing compared to that in terms of defense. And up goes Mr. Jency to level 40. 2 special attack, 2 speed. I guess that's good enough. So close to triple digits on that special attack. And down goes Black Belt Aaron. Yow, stubbed fingers. And give me your money. The only thing that frightens us is psychic power. Yeah, that and birds. Now this guy is weird. We are up against the master here. This is one of the few, if not the only, gym leader. Clearly this isn't a gym anymore, but he is one of the only ones that will actually go and fight you. Everybody else, you have to walk up and talk to them. If you're in his line of sight starting one tile above me, he'll actually chase you down, like that. Grunt! I am the karate master. I am the leader here. If you go up either one of his sides, try to get either one of those Pokeballs, he'll stop you as well and tell you that, well, the same thing, but you have to fight him. You wish to challenge us? Expect no mercy. Wah! And it is boss-ish time. He's not officially a gym leader, but Black Belt Koichi would like to battle nonetheless. He's got Hitmonlee, named after Bruce Lee. I believe he's named in Japan after a kickboxing champion. I believe Mr. Jency is out front because Lord Yon cannot handle Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee is actually pretty damn good, especially for a fighting type. If you're looking for a fighting type, Hitmonlee might be your candidate, especially if you could not get a Primate. Oh, I got a critical. I probably didn't need it, but I will take it. Hitmonlee is fast, very powerful, and actually has pretty good special defense, so things worked out well there. Mr. Jency gets 1,100 experience points for that, and now Koichi is going to change to Hitmonchan. So I will change Pokemon. Lord Yon should be able to handle Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is named after Jackie Chan, at least in the American version. I don't think it really looks like Jackie Chan, but who am I to complain? In Japan, I believe it's named after a famous Japanese boxer. Also, level 37 Hitmonchan, not as good as Hitmonlee. Just is not as good. We're going to fly with Lord Yon. Should be super effective. Lord Yon does have a faster speed stat than Hitmonchan. I don't believe it would be faster than Hitmonlee, though. Hitmonchan has a move called Thunder Punch, which is super effective against Lord Yon, so it's a little concerning. However, Hitmonchan's special attack stat is terrible. That did more damage than I thought. A critical hit would have done me in, but it didn't. We can just go for a tri-attack here, make sure that I actually kill the Hitmonchan, because I need to make sure that it hits. Hitmonchan is weird. It is a fighting type. However, it uses special moves like Thunder Punch. That is an electric move. And its special attack is terrible. I'm actually surprised that it did as much damage as it did, to be honest. Lord Yon is not as tanky as I would like, but we got enough for a level up. Enough to survive, 2 attack, 2 speed. That is what I like to see. Yeah, special defense is actually pretty low. That is the issue. Lord Yon is not good to take special damage. All right, down goes Koichi. Ha! Arg, beaten! Dumpus got 888. I feel like I won the slots of some kind there. No!